Today I'll be making a frozen yogurt, and I'm going to use pineapple and spirulina as my main ingredients. I'm also going to use a little bit of vanilla jello as a stabilizer because I'm trying out non-fat yogurt today because that's all I have. I'm also going to use Splenda as my sweetener, vanilla, and a little bit of salt. I'm probably going to use some of this monk fruit sweetener. It's kind of like a brown sugar substitute. I'm probably going to use that with the pineapple. It's all going to go in the same container, but I like to cook my pineapple first and then put it in full chunks. I don't like to blend it. And I'll let the Ninja CREAMi do the blending of the pineapple. Since it's cooked, it will break down some of the fibrous texture. I cut up the pineapple into fairly small chunks. I cut up about 1/4 of a pineapple. Depending on how strong you want the yogurt to be, you could use 1/4 to 1/2 of a pineapple, and depending on how large the pineapple is. As I was cutting, I tasted the pineapple to see how much sugar I wanted to add. I will continue as I cook it to add the sugar and adjust and see what the flavor is and if I want to add anything else. But to start, I'm going to just take my pineapple and I'm going to add a little bit of the spirulina, and then I'm going to cook it. The spirulina is dark green. It's actually a really pretty color. And that's gonna, it has a unique flavor. You'll have to, it's really hard to describe. You'll have to taste it to see. I put in about maybe a teaspoon. A teaspoon goes a long way. And I think it pairs really nicely with the pineapple. While that's cooking, I'm going to start my base of yogurt. It's just Greek yogurt, and I'm going to mix some vanilla with it and some jello pudding, about halfway. Stir that up. I'm going to leave room for my pineapple. And I'm going to add a little bit of vanilla, a little bit of salt, and of course my jello. And my Splenda as well. So a little bit of salt, not too much. Took a minute for that to come out. I didn't put that much in there, maybe just a tiny bit. Same thing for this. I don't need much. It's just a stabilizer. Vanilla flavor. And then my sugar. Mix this up. And now I'm going to go check on my pineapple mixture. As you can see, the pineapple's cooked, and I added a little bit of the monk fruit sweetener. And I forgot to mention what the spirulina is. It's a type of blue-green algae. A lot of people put it in their smoothies. It's supposed to be very healthy. I think not only is it healthy, but it kind of adds a different flavor. You've got the sweet pineapple, and then it kind of adds like a nice green flavor, like you're putting vegetables in there, but not in a bad way, like the good flavor of vegetables. So I think they go really nicely together. So I'm just going to add this mixture to my yogurt and then mix it up. I'm not going to add all of it because I don't think it'll all fit. I'm going to mix it first, take a look at where I am, and I'll add more if I have room, but I don't want to overfill it. So it kind of turns it like a pale green. It overpowers the yellow of the pineapple. It's not a bad color. It's real pale. If it was the dark green, I think it would be kind of unappetizing, but I think the light green is nice. It's like an avocado mixed with mayo or something. It's kind of pretty. Okay, now I'm going to taste it. Some of this off my spoon and see if it needs any adjustment. I think I would add a little bit of salt and maybe a little bit of citrus, like maybe lemon or lime, but overall it's really good. I added a little bit of lime and a little bit of salt, and I think it improved the flavor. I'll show you what it looks like. I kind of smoothed out the top. It's hard to tell the color, but it's just a nice, like a matcha color, even though there's no matcha in here. I'm going to go ahead and freeze this and spin it tomorrow. I froze this for 24 hours and now I'm ready to spin it. This is how it looks. It has a little lump on the top. That happens often. I think it has something to do with the way that the temperature that it freezes at. So all you have to do is take a spoon and scrape the top off. You could either, you could take warm water with a spoon and try to make it flatter, or you could just scrape it off like this. I find it easier to scrape. It doesn't have to be perfectly flat, but the flatter the better. That's pretty good. Now I've got a flat surface. So I'll go ahead and spin this. I'm going to spin this on full, so in case any of the pineapple chunks sunk to the bottom, it'll all blend in. And I'm going to put it on yogurt and press start. After spinning it on the yogurt setting, it looks perfect. I don't think it needs a respin. I think if I respun it, it would be a little bit too soupy for me. So I'm going to scoop it up. Yeah, it's the perfect texture. I'm just going to do one scoop today because I already had some ice cream. So I'm going to put a little bit of dehydrated orange to make it look prettier. That's the finished product. And now I'm ready to taste it. It's very good. Tart and delicious. It tastes like fresh pineapples. You can't really taste the spirulina. You could add a little bit more, but I think it balances nicely.